Previously on Date Night. Well, she does look rather fetching despite her age. Yes, an absolute target between the sheets from what I've heard. What have you heard? What have you heard? Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 5 of Date Night. This is going to be our last episode with the Grand Ball. This one's going to be a little bit less fluid, I think, than the other episodes. We're going to jump around a little bit more between the stories. The premise of this episode is, last episode I thought we were just going to wrap up all the endings we didn't get, but that wound up taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. And I'm happy we did that. We got with the Duchess, who is number 2 girl behind Christine Richmond. And then we have a lot of contenders for number 3 girl, and they're all very distant thirds. Amelia did not present herself well last episode, whatchamacallit, and then the Baroness, Baroness Highbrow, I guess she exists, I guess she has some stuff. But I just want to kind of explore. I want to explore a few things. I want to try and romance the Baroness. I want to try and see if I can get with Amelia, because there's the neat revelation from the Duchess that Jameson and Amelia might be lovers, which is great. I would pick him too. That guy is so romantic and has basically saved my ass this entire game. But I kind of want to see if that's true. I want to see if you pursue her, if Jameson will get pissed at you, or whatever we call that. And I want to see what happens if you decline to go after the Duchess when Jameson throws you at her. So let's give this a shot. Alright, so we're going to hop back in with Baroness Highbrow. It was artsy. I really kind of like that she did art stuff. That was kind of impressive to me. She also knew about the Earl being a sodomite. And apparently not very interested in her art. Which, to be fair, he kind of sucks this game, which is, just one of the things that's disappointing in the last episode. Orchestra starts playing, they play a slow piece. Thank you ever so much for that lovely dance and your lovely story. You're very loud on your feet, Mr. Blakely. You're blah, blah, blah. So, let's take it from here. Baroness Highbrow. I don't remember what voice I gave her. To be fair, I don't. Other than Christine, and Jameson, and Edgar, I don't think I've given anyone. I think I've given a lot of the girls very one-note voices. I think the Duchess was a much more slower, sultry voice. I don't remember what voice I gave Baroness Highbrow, so I'm just going to give her my generic female voice. Amelia! Eliza, did you dance on the first waltz? Yes, I did. I had the distinct pleasure of having Mr. Blakely as my dancing partner. He is ever so light on his feet, you know. Well, Mr. Billy does seem to be the athletic sort. Who did you dance with? I danced with Captain Matthews. Big piece of crap. He seemed awfully eager to have the first dance of the evening. He even asked me while I was still eating my dessert, that rude son of a bitch. Oh, he does seem very eager indeed. Could this be the beginning of a beautiful courtship? He's extremely handsome and a soldier, too. No, I don't think I would enjoy his courtship very much, because he is a big jerk. So that's a neat thing. Amelia wants a stay-at-home husband, which was kind of neat. Let's see if I do this again. If she'll do it with me. Baroness, I enjoyed our last dance ever so much. You were a fantastic dancing partner. Would you do me the honor again? It would be my pleasure. Oh, wow. I did not think she would go for that. Usually in the courts, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to ask them twice, but I guess I'm that much of a stud? The music's already begun, and you begin dancing immediately. So, Mr. Blakely, we spent the last dance talking about me. I would like to get to know you a bit better. Oh, really? Whatever would you like to know? How about your dreams and desires? What do you want most in life? To make a lot of money, to start a family, to be a good man. I want to be a good man. I'd be satisfied if I knew I was a good man and did right by my own conscience and by the goodwill and the will of the good Lord. That is very noble of you. I learned a bit about... Yes, you did. You asked me a question. I gave you a response. Oh, that pleases me ever so much. Why do you say that? Because you seemed awfully mysterious at the dinner table. I honestly didn't know what to make of you. But now you've graced me with some extra details about yourself that I find you a much more approachable and agreeable man. Oh, thank you. Well, in the spirit of getting to know each other, I would like to ask you if there's anything else you'd like to know about me. Oh, sorry. In the spirit of getting to know each other, I would like to ask you if there's anything anything else about me that might interest you. Well, I'd like to know some of how your mind works. You seem like such a clever fellow with your business skills and whatnot. I can't help but wonder how your mind works when it comes to romantic thoughts. Romantic thoughts? Very well, I'll attempt to answer your question to the best of my abilities. Wonderful. I am enjoying playing this game with you, Mr. Blakely. Let's begin then. What do you feel is the most attractive trait in a woman? Am I gonna... intelligence, grace, beauty. Most attractive. Intelligence. What a novel answer. How about you, Baroness? Is there something else you dream of aside from your creative endeavors? Yes. I really wish to be married soon. Ooh. I tired of my older brother and the politics he is involved in. I dream of having a peaceful family life in the countryside. Or perhaps being swept off to a prince's summer estate. Yeah, you would like that with the Margrave. I understand. That is a noble dream in itself. You are not greedy or over-ambitious. You aspire a simple, happy family life. I admire that. Oh, you're making me blush with your compliments, Mr. Blakely. She's feeling it. You are an extremely charming man. She's definitely feeling it. The orchestra finishes playing their second waltz. They play a song as they dance as their interlude. Thank you so much for that dance, Mr. Blakely. It's I who should be thanking you, Baroness. Oh, you really are too kind. So would you care for another dance? I think 2 waltzes in a row is quite enough for me for now. Actually, I wanted to step outside of that balcony. Yes, let's go to the balcony. Lady Amelia told me one can see a rather fantastic view of the sky and stars from there. I think I may go out there and get some fresh air. Would you care to accompany me? Absolutely. I'd be delighted so. Okay, so we get the beautiful starry night. Oh, wow. Okay, this is cool. What a spectacular view. Indeed, it seems Lady Campbell is not exaggerating about the view. I do not know Amelia to exaggerate much. What a magical evening this has been. Indeed it has. Baroness Eyebrow holds your hand. I must insist you begin calling me Eliza. Calling me Baroness really puts such a distance between us, and I just really want to be closer to you. Very well then, on the condition you start calling me Edgar. I think we can agree to that, Edgar. Yes, I think we can, Eliza. Eliza leans in. Oh, get it, girl. Kiss her. Kiss her face. Smooch her face. Oh, Edgar, what you must think of me. I have been so aggressive and unladylike in my actions that I simply could not resist myself. You stud, you. You have nothing to regret, for I too felt an instant attraction to your person from the moment I met you. I know we haven't really exchanged many words, but somehow there is an instinct inside me that knows we are doing the right thing. It is the way you dance. It's the way you dance that really made me fall for you. The way you did the Dougie was enchanting. It is so rare that I meet a man that is both light on his feet and also strong and manly. Wow. You embarrassed me with your compliments, Eliza. But yes, I too felt a connection when we danced. What do you like about us? I like the way we dance. The smell of your perfume and your hair, the softness of your skin, your clear blue eyes have bewitched me in a way I could never imagine. Eliza gives you another big kiss. Oh my god. Edgar, promise me you will not let this love end tonight. Do promise me that you will pay me a visit in Somerset. I promise you that we will be Alright, okay, that's they're really head over heels for each other, which is an interesting one. I kind of enjoyed although I like her aggressiveness. I like a girl who knows what she wants, but to be fair, she just really wants to be married, and that's totally fine. I don't begrudge anyone. But I think I enjoyed the slow romance of Christine a bit more. I promise you we will be together forever. I promise you that our love will never end. So Edgar fulfilled his promise, began courting... Yeah, I feel like Jameson would do the outro narration of this. So Edgar began courting Baroness Eliza Highborough formally. After a few months of courtship, he asked her father, the Duke of Somerset, for a hand in marriage. Seeing that Edgar was a hard-working television individual with a genuine love for his daughter, he gave his blessing. Soon enough, they got married in a charming chapel in Somerset. As a wedding gift, the Duke of Somerset gave Edgar one of the pocket boroughs he owned, earning Edgar a seat in Parliament. We're a government man now. All right. Edgar served as a member of Parliament with distinction and was able to use his position to help his family escape their problems. Edgar and Eliza had many children and had a very happy marriage. They lived happily ever after. Edgar went to the grand ball not knowing what he would find. At the end, he found true love. Okay, that was a good one. That one was really straightforward, I think, compared to the rest of them. Christine, I think, had the drama of the will they, won't they, because she, being from America. And the Duchess was aggressive like Eliza, but she had a lot more, I think, character to her than Eliza did. Although I like Eliza. I like that she likes the arts. But Eliza really, I think, kind of went for it, where I kind of enjoyed the cat and mouse of the Duchess, where the Duchess knows you're absolutely trying to get on her pants. And she's fine with it, but she's going to make you work for it a little bit more. But no, Eliza's a sweetheart. She's definitely, she was cool. I like that ending. That was a good one. But like I said, I would have liked a little bit more actual romance. But, I think, the girl version of almost you, in a sense, we were coming to this party to get married. There being a girl version of that kind of makes sense as well. Okay, so we're going to take it from here. I'm going to start here. All right, so we're back to this choice. We're going to try Lady Camberwell. And like I said, the intrigue with her is the information we got from the Duchess, where Jameson might be her secret lover. Which is interesting for a lot of reasons. Obviously, Jameson's great. He's our coach, so I want to see if there's friction there. But also, when you ask about potentially courting Lady Camberwell, he doesn't shut you down outright. He says that, he scoffs being like Lady Camberwell has many suitors, but he also mentions that Lady Camberwell has the privilege of marrying for love. She doesn't need to marry someone rich. So Jameson says you could stand a chance. Where I feel like if they were together and, in true love, I feel like he would have done more to kind of shut you down. So let's try this. Let's try this again with her. Last time we did this, I did want to ask her to dance twice or ask her to go on a walk. This one I feel like I think you have to be the aggressor, which is interesting because I feel like Christine, and Eliza were much more open about reciprocating. So let's do this. Lady Kimmo, would you do me the honor for the next dance? Certainly, Mr. Blakely. You take Amelia's hand and take her to the dance floor. Begin dancing at the orchestra has already begun playing the next song. I must say, you have thrown a truly magnificent ball. I can see why this was one of the most anticipated events of the year. Such kind words flatter me, Mr. Blakely. I do hope you've enjoyed yourself thus far. I truly have. What have you enjoyed the most? Meeting people, dinner, dancing. Meeting people. I think that's what we went last time. I've thoroughly enjoyed meeting so many people and making so many new friends. Oh, I am so glad. I really did want you to feel ever so welcome, so I hope that you would get along with the people I introduced you to. See, that's the intro. She's like, introduced me to people, as if she's like, almost like she's trying to show me off to other ladies. Oh, you've introduced me to the very best of people. I am truly honored and thankful that you have taken such good care of me. How about you, milady? Have you enjoyed your own ball? Hosting events is my favorite thing in the entire world, so of course I've enjoyed myself. You know, it gets very quiet indeed in this massive estate by myself, so like the energy behind the preparation of a ball. I can imagine it's a lot of work. It is, but I enjoy it ever so much. What else do you do in your free time? Any hobbies? I'm afraid I don't really have time for hobbies. Between management of families' lands, estates, and businesses, I find that I barely have a moment of free time at the end of each day. I'd say planning these balls is my only real hobby. Orcs begins finishing the second song. They play a slow intermission piece to give everyone a chance to rest a bit before the next dance. That's quite a jovial piece, was it not? Indeed it was. The music I've chosen for tonight is absolutely delightful. Thank you ever so much for the compliment. I'm very happy with the orchestra that I've hired too. They're doing a wonderful job performing the pieces that I have selected. They're doing a rather splendid job indeed. Invite her for a walk. Let's try that. I've been told that your garden is the most beautiful in Derbyshire. May I go outside and take a look? Care to accompany me? Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Blake, but I promised to dance with quite a few other gentlemen tonight, including the Margrave Baron von Birkenfeld, so I don't think I could leave the ballroom tonight. Lest I have the orchestra play into the early hours of the morning. I am most flattered by your offer, nevertheless. And here's the sad part where the game decides to... I do like that. This is why I feel like she's the canon ending and she's the one you're supposed to get, because the game goes out of its way to tell you that you blew it with Christine Richmond, because she's the best girl in the entire game. Lady Amelia, thank you so much for inviting me to your grand ball. It was absolutely... I don't remember the voice I gave her either. Whatever. Thank you so much for your kind words. Are you leaving so soon, Miss Richmond? Yes, I'm feeling a bit tired. I will return to Derby to rest. Oh my, are you alright, Miss Richmond? Yes, just feeling a bit faint. I believe I ate too much for dinner. This is too much of the beef Wellington. I did love that beef Wellington so much. Nom, nom, nom. That's it. I believe it'll pass soon enough. I insist you take one of my guest rooms for the night. Have a rest, and if you feel better, come back down to rejoin the festivities. Are you sure there won't be a bother to you? Not at all. I feel much better knowing that you are resting calmly here rather than enjoying a long ride back to Derby at this time of the night. Then I'll accept your generous offer, Lady Amelia. Excellent. Lady Camberwell waves to Jameson. You called for me, ma'am? Jameson, dear. Miss Richmond is not feeling too well, so please prepare one of the guest rooms for her to stay in tonight. Absolutely. The maids put fresh sheets and water. Anything to make you feel any better, Miss Richmond? Perhaps of a cup of caramel tea, if that's not too much of a bother. Not at all. It'll be my pleasure, ma'am. That shouldn't take too long. Thank you ever so much. Are you not dancing, Lady Amelia? I hope I'm not keeping you from the dance floor. I'm fine, thank you. Glad to have a bit of rest. Any idea where Baroness Highbrow is? Yes, I saw her go upstairs to the balcony with Margrave von Birkenfeld. Oh my! It seems as though seeds of love have been sown. Do you not think so, Miss Richmond? Certainly. They danced the last waltz together, and after that decided to go for some fresh air. Okay, so she was... I think she liked me, but I think she would have done this with any handsome gentleman who showed interest in her. But good for you, girl. Go get it. They danced the last waltz together to go to some fresh air. Oh, I do adore when courtships begin at my galas. It does make the night feel ever so magical, does it not? It definitely does. Miss Richmond, your room is ready. If you'll follow me. Actually, I'll bring her up myself, Jameson. Which room have you prepared? I prepared the Kingston room. Thought it would appeal to Miss Richmond's sense of adventure, because she's the best girl in this game. How very thoughtful of you, Jameson. Thank you so much. I try my best, ma'am. Shall we get going? Yes, I'll just say goodbye to Mr. Blake, who has stood her... Didn't... I haven't noticed this typo. Stood her most patiently. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you and dining you. I hope you don't regret this for the rest of your life. I do hope you call me if you pass by Philadelphia. The pleasure is all mine. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you, Mr. Blakely. Does seductive wink as she walks away. My lord, why do you look so glum? Seems either I've exhausted my options for the night and no longer have any remaining romantic opportunities. Well, that is how the game of love is played, my lord. We duck, dive, and try to outsmart each other at the end. There are winners and there are losers. Unfortunately, in this case, Lady Luck has not been in your favor. Alas, that is true. The night is getting on. Perhaps I should just give up and make for home. But a moment, sir. Lest my eyes deceive me, I spot a new opportunity for you, my lord. What do you see, Jameson? Why, it's Lady Margaret Southbank, the Duchess of Cumberland. What a surprise indeed. Why is that a surprise, Jameson? Well, the Duchess has been recluse ever since... Okay, so we did this before. Court favorite. I can be her young stud. And I do end up being your stud. It actually goes great. But I just want to get to the choice real quick, rather than let us go through all this again. So we're actually going to get the other ending I wanted to see, which is if we decline. I don't think I will go for it. Why not, sir? Jameson, I'm afraid the night has worn me thin. It is best I make my way home. I am terribly sorry the evening has not been a success for you, sir. It's not your fault, Jameson. You did your best. I guess I just played my cards incorrectly tonight. Oh, okay, so you just lose. Farewell, Jameson. Despite the foul luck I've had tonight, I still enjoyed your company and believe I have found a friend in you. You offer Jameson your hand and he gives it a tight shake. What kind words, my lord. I too feel we have made a connection. I am sad things have not turned out better for you. Before I go, I'd like to know your first name. I have spent the whole evening chatting. I never got to know your first name. You wish to know my first name? Yes, I would. This evening has meant a lot to me. My first name is Alfred, for I am a butler. Alfred? Surprising. Wouldn't have pegged you for an Alfred. Really? Why not, sir? I do not know. I can't imagine a butler. Oh, they're making the Batman joke? We're really going to make the Batman joke? You never know, sir. There may be a famous butler. I can't believe they made that joke. Perhaps. Thank you for everything you've done for me, and please enjoy your 100 shillings. I most certainly will, sir. With that, Edgar Blakely hopped in his carriage and rode back to his family's home. Though deeply disappointed, Edgar knew there would be other opportunities to safeguard his ancestral lands. Armed with more experience and knowledge, Edgar knew his time would come. All he needed was another invitation to another grand ball. Alright, so that was the Jameson ending. Okay, that one was okay. Happy we got to know. It's also, I guess it's a canon ending. It's not a bad ending because we were getting the credit scene. This is interesting. Can you not romance Lady Camberwell? Okay, alright, so we're back to this choice. The only one we didn't pick was ask for another dance. We tried to invite for the walk. She declines, and then we sit out the next dance. She winds up dancing with someone else anyway. Oh no, she takes Christine to the room, and then you have the option of the Duchess. So the only one we didn't ask for is ask for another dance. So I just want to at least try this option. Which one for, I do a deep dive and see if there's anyone we missed. I would be heartbroken if we didn't get to romance Lady Camberwell. She's actually the most boring for me of all of the beautiful ladies of this game. Literally, that dance is just like, I have no hobbies, I manage my family's affairs, and I'm just generally boring and I don't enjoy stuff. Where, Christine was a fun, adventurous lady who wasn't afraid to speak her mind. Baroness Highbrow, was an artsy girl, which I really liked, and the Duchess was just everything and more. So I wouldn't be heartbroken if she's not an option, because she's probably been of all the lady leads in this game, she's easily been my least favorite. So let's give this a shot. Ask for another dance. Care for another dance, Lady Camberwell? Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Billy, but I promised to dance to quite a few other gentlemen tonight, including the Margrave von Birkenfeld and Okay, so this is how I thought it would go. Alright, and we'll get Christine flaunting in her face. Okay, I'm content to call it an episode here. I think we've branched all the possibilities I think we possibly could. I'm going to guess that the Duchess's information was correct. Jameson was the lover. I'm sorry, Alfred, because my God, I can't believe they actually did that. Was the lover of Lady Camberwell. That's why you can't take that path, and that's also why they kind of saved that reveal for the end of the game with the Duchess, which is strange. They actually thought Lady Camberwell was going to be the, I guess, the true ending of the game, so to speak. But I don't think she's romanceable at all, and I'm content to not find out at this point. Maybe I'll look it up after I'm done recording this, but I'm pretty cool to call it a wrap here. Overall, I thought this was a really fun game. I think a little slow to start for sure. I liked it as it got more and more ridiculous with the actual romance, and the all the stuff you could explore with the branching paths. But I thought it took maybe a little bit too long to get there with all the characters, and the social posturing you do at the beginning, because the beginning isn't bad, but there's not a lot of choices you get to really make, and you don't really get to do any romancing until the dancing starts. Overall, character ranking, Christine was the most fun path for me, because she actually was the most romantic, in addition to being, I think, the most fun character, with their fellow hatred for Captain Matthews. She was also the actual path that I thought had the most actual romance to it, which is cool. I liked that was the girl that I wanted most in this game, and I think she was the best path, so that was a good experience for me, personally. Duchess is going to be number 2. I enjoyed the witty older woman, who's been through all this before, and it's just okay, let's just get to the chase and get to the sex. And Highbrow's going to be number 3. Nothing wrong with her, just nothing spectacularly either. Just really going for it, with whoever's handsome and available, which, hey, no judgment, go get it, girl. So those are top 3 love interests. I don't count the Earl. The Earl sucks. Although Jameson was great. Jameson's no romantic interest, but Jameson was also a great character. So yeah, this is probably gonna be a shorter episode than the previous ones, which is fine. We're just kind of wrapping up loose ends, but I want to thank you guys for coming to the Grand Ball with me. I'm very excited to start the next game. It's been a friend requested when I told all my friends I was doing a dating sim let's play, and he suggested the next date that we're gonna have, which is going to be Doki Doki Lit Club, which I know is a thing. I don't know why it is a thing, but I know it has a reputation for what. I have no idea, but we'll figure that out together. So I'm very excited to start that. So thank you. I'm excited to see you guys on the second date. Whoa, that's probably just going to wind up being my catchphrase. But thanks for coming out with me tonight. And I'll see you guys on the next date. Bye.